Yo, once again it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kids TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action, this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive it. Now with no further ado, let's get into this afternoon's video, if you will. 1:50 p.m. Wednesday afternoon. I believe it's Wednesday. Today Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, and just getting off. Worked the morning shift. Going to, just say hello to the people as usual. Got a couple hours before I have to go back in for the evening shift, so I decided to jump on here, like I said, and just express my gratitude and my appreciation for all the people that follow me, the people that are, just rock with me. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times I get questions in my my comments, my emails. Heck, some people call me, text me. I put my real phone number on there. People call me, actually, even to this day, and that was probably about a month and a half ago. And I don't know if it's, some people's like, I just wanted to see if you really put your real phone number on there. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, yeah, I definitely put my real phone number on there. The thing about YouTube, man, you got to be real. You got to be genuine, because people are going to find out everything about you anyway. If you get, if your audience grows large enough, if you will. So might as well just keep it real. Just be genuine with people. Ain't no reason to lie. You got a lie to kick it. But one of the questions that I got is, and sometimes, I try to respond back to every comment, but I'll go through and I'll make videos answering some of the questions that people leave me. Now, obviously, I can't make a video for every question, but I do my best to address and answer every question. Someone asked me, actually a couple people asked me, we noticed that you haven't been doing any Jay Williams videos lately. Is there a particular reason? My thing is this. I addressed that a few weeks ago, because a couple other people had asked me before, and I addressed it then. So this video may come across as similar to a video that I've already uploaded, but I'll go ahead and answer that question once again. When I was addressing the Jay Williams situation, and shout out to Jay Williams as well, man. Definitely enjoying your content, your videos. Had a couple people tell me that you shouted me out in my comments. I haven't actually seen the video. I've been watching your videos, but I haven't actually seen the shout out. But however it goes, man, salute. I appreciate you, to the fullest. I'll say this before I get into my soliloquy, if you will. I don't even know if soliloquy is the proper word to use right there, but only certain people that know what soliloquy means will know if that was the proper word to use right there, if you will. But I mentioned it before, I showed gratitude to Jay Williams because, along with Big Hurt 916, the Fresh Out Prison series, if y'all not familiar with Big Hurt, which I'm sure a lot of you all are, go check him out, man. I believe he's out of California, and he was the first person that I started to watch as far as prison channels. Very, very smart, educated, entertaining guy. Started watching Big Hurt. I ran across Jay Williams' channel. I started watching Jay Williams. So I was already thinking about starting the prison channel as a result of watching Big Hurt. But then when I seen Jay Williams, it just kind of took me over the top, and I said, you know what? I got to start my channel. So because of those two individuals, is why I've started my YouTube channel. I've only had my channel for 6 months. So it's going to take me some time to grow. I'm learning the ins and outs of YouTube. So I'll forever be grateful for those two individuals. Never met them, never spoke with them, never anything. But because I was able to watch their channel and the videos that they put out, it encouraged me and it gave me the inspiration to know I can do this as well. Now, they some heavy hitters in the game. So I'm giving them their flowers and I'm paying respects. I'm not even putting myself remotely on their level. These dudes are heavy hitters in the YouTube game. But we all got to start somewhere, right? So I came with Real Kens TV and just ran with it. So with that being said, getting back to the Jay Williams situation as far as why I haven't been posting videos, Jay Williams is home, as I previously stated. All I was a bridge for the people that have never been in the situation and circumstances that he was and actually currently is in. So I wanted to be that bridge to let you all know where his mind was at. Well, you say, well, Real Kens, how do you know? You never talked to him. You just admittedly stated that you never talked to him. So that's how prosecutors talk to you when you get on the stands. That's why you never get on the stands. That's why you never get on the stands. Word of advice for the day, man. Never get on the stands. If you happen to catch a criminal case, hopefully you never do. But if you do, allow your lawyer to do all the work. Because they try to cross you up and they try to trick you and say different things and make you, don't get on the stands. But the reason I'm able to be that bridge, even though I've never spoken with Jay Williams or talked to Jay Williams, met Jay Williams, is because I've been in Jay Williams' situation plenty of times. Not bragging, not boasting. There's nothing to brag and boast about. So I know exactly what he's feeling. I know exactly what he's feeling. I would guarantee you that in his mind, he wants to get on here and run that whole case down to you all and tell you all exactly what happened, exactly why he chose to do what he chose to do, what he had to do. He would love to get on here and explain it, but he can't do it. It's an open case. His attorney's telling him not to say anything. Stay off social media, period. But if you're going to get on there, just nothing that has anything remotely to do with this case. You see what I'm saying? So, but you have the people that haven't gone through the system. They actually feel like, well, Jay owes us something. We're his audience. Not everybody. So don't get it misconstrued or what I'm saying. Because I see nothing. I go through his comments, when I watch his videos. I see nothing but love. 99, 98% of love. Straight love. We with you, Jay. Whatever it is, man, we riding, man. We made a mistake, cool, man. We all human. We made mistakes. We riding. We got you. We got your back. Man, that's love. But guess what? It didn't start out like that. He won the audience over. But he won the audience over with his realness. Just being real. Just being the individual that he is. Telling the truth. Telling telling his stories. Nothing more, nothing less. So when I see that, it gives me a target. It gives me a belief that I can do it. People tell me all the time, Real Kens, you're going to be huge. You're going to be big. Hey, I don't know. If it's in God's plans, then that's what it'll be. But I understand that, I'm humble. I'm appreciative. And I'm very, very, I show a lot of gratitude for the people that put me in this position. Pause. And I feel like watching Jay Williams and watching Big Hurt 916, Fresh Out Prison series. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. I was able to have the confidence to do so. Never really had a problem with confidence, but it gave me the ability to say, you know what? Tell my story. Let me tell my story. And so there you have it. But as I was previously stating, I always show gratitude. It's just that I backed up because Jay Williams is home. He's doing what he has to do as far as just everyday life. Everyday life, I would imagine he's spending time with his kids, his wife, his family. He's trying to get some things in order. Working, doing the YouTube thing. It's just, he's living his life. So, as I was saying, I was just trying to be that bridge because he couldn't really speak for himself. And then you have some people that just they don't understand, so I don't knock him. He owes us an explanation. Why ain't he talking about this case? Why ain't he explaining to us why, he was charged with this? Why ain't he explaining? Listen, I'm sure that he would love to explain. And in due time, you all will hear his side. There's nothing more frustrating about when you catch a case because you never get to tell your side of the story. Think about it. When you're a little kid, right? And something happened. And the other little kids, they call themselves telling on you. Well, Real Kens did this and he did that. And you just sitting there, no. You can't wait. You can't wait to tell your side of the story, right? You can't wait. Well, that's how it is when you catch a criminal case. But the difference is sometimes you never really get to tell your side of the story until everything is said and done. When you go to court, prosecutors, well, Mr. Real Kens did this and his past would suggest that he's a flight risk, and we feel as though he's a danger and menace to society and to his community. We want to remand, no bond. And you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, all the people I've helped in the community, all the people I've given jobs to in Jay Williams' situation, because he had a construction company, all the people that I've put on, all the people that I've sent money to, all the people that I've given inspirational words to, and you tell me that because some charges were trumped up against me, exaggerated against me, okay, maybe I shouldn't have ran. Okay, I shouldn't have ran. But you tell me that because I ran, I'm a menace to society, and I shouldn't be out here in my own community that I help uplift. That's how the prosecution, treats you when you go to court. See, the prosecution, they don't give a damn about Jay Williams. If anything, they're envious. All the success that he's having. This guy, this dangerous felon, this dangerous felon makes as much money as we do. Probably more. They don't like that. So they're going to make it rough and say all of these different things, and you just have to sit there and bite your tongue. Allow your lawyer to do all the talking for you. Then you look on social media, your pictures up, plastered all over social media. False allegations. He did this, he did that. People looking up, calling the courthouse on you. Everything's public record, so you can look basically anything up. So people forming their own opinions based on the charges. Convicting you in the court of public opinion. Well, there's no way that, they're lying on him because he's in family court, or charges are charges. Trust me. I know all about charges. Charges are charges. They will overcharge you in a heartbeat. If you facing 5 years, they'll overcharge you to where you're facing 20 years. So you'll cop out to the 5 years, or you may cop out, which means plead guilty for you all that don't know. You'll cop out to 5, 6, 7 years. So you're copping out to the max or more than the max of what the crime that you originally committed. You see what I'm saying? That's the game that they play. So you can't just jump on here and keep, castrating the man, if you will, simply because of what the charges say. He has a story, but he can't come out and talk about it. One day he will be able to, but at this point he can't. As much as he wants to, he can't. And I'm going to say this. I commend him so much. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because I've been in the exact same scenario. Difference is Jay Williams has been out for 9+ years. Me, I was a knucklehead, not, I was no better than nobody else or nothing like that. I kept catching, you let me out on parole, I stay out a couple years, boom, I catch another case. So when I catch another case, I know that it's imminent that I'm going back. Because if you get a conviction on parole, they might let you slide with a misdemeanor depending on what kind of misdemeanor. If it's anything domestic or DUI, something like that, in Kentucky, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, they're going to send you back. But anything outside of that, if it's a misdemeanor, they may let you slide. But if you catch another felony, I don't care if you've been out 9 years, 10 years. You get another felony conviction, you still on parole, guess what? You're going back. So the few times that happened to me, I knew that I was going back. Fortunate enough for me, I was always out on bond. I always saved my little money and, I was always able to make bond. But I'm going to tell you, that's a stressful way to live. For you all that want him to upload more videos, you feel as though he's not being forthcoming. And the majority of people, like I said, don't feel that way. But for the ones that do, you have no clue. You have no clue how much it takes just to do a video, just to record a video. Because it's like you're out, right? In one moment, everything, you may not necessarily be thinking about the court case. You with your kids, you with your family, your wife, your friends, whatever, your loved ones. But in the back of your mind, that case is always there. It's just looming. So you can jump online and be excited. You can jump online and, be in a positive space that particular moment. And 2 hours later, you're kind of feeling down. You don't really want to deal with a whole lot of people outside of your immediate circle. You're sitting there looking at your child. Now, if you have an older child, you may be able to explain to your older child, this is what's going on. And that's still not an easy thing to do. But for a young child that's young and they don't really understand, they're not going to understand, where's daddy at? Why daddy didn't come home tonight? I'm used to sleeping with daddy. Or I'm used to, daddy being right here every day. Waking me up, taking me to school, getting me dressed, feeding me breakfast, helping, just being a father. Now all of a sudden that's snatched right out of your life. So you're on the phone with them. Dad, when you coming home? You don't know when to tell them, what to tell them. Just be good, listen to your mother. Daddy's going to get home as soon as I possibly can. And that psychologically messes with you because you know that ultimately that day could come. Now, I'm not casting any sort of aspersions on Jay. Hopefully he beats everything. Worst case scenario, he gets the fleeing and evading, and he gets probation. I don't know how, and I'm not going to pretend to know how Virginia laws work in the state of Kentucky, which is a Commonwealth, as well as Virginia. So I'm going to use his scenario as though he were here. Upstanding citizen for the last 9+ years. Been doing, like I said earlier, started a construction business, employing people in the community that would probably have a hard time getting jobs, paying his taxes, the homeowner, family, wife, kids, successful YouTuber, all the positives. State of Kentucky, what would happen is, even with the gun situation, I firmly believe what he said. He didn't have a gun. But I'm going to just play as though, you see what I'm saying? I'm going to just put it as though he was in Kentucky and they did catch him with a gun. They would say, okay, possession of a firearm or a handgun, rather, by a convicted felon, you facing 5 to 10. If it's a firearm, it's 1 to 5. But if it's a handgun, it's 5 to 10. Fleeing and evading, it's 1 to 5. If it was on foot, it'd be a misdemeanor. But fleeing and evading in the Commonwealth of Kentucky is a felony. So it's 1 to 5 for the fleeing and evading, 5 to 10 for the possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. So essentially, you would be facing 15 years. Got a great lawyer. What they would do is they would amend some of those charges. They may even throw out, I don't know, they typically want the biggest conviction, so they may throw out the fleeing and evading and say, okay, we're going to break everything down and give you 5 years. Give you 5 years. See the parole board in 10 months in Kentucky on a 5-year sentence. Worst case scenario. Hopefully you all following with me, you understand. In Kentucky, they're going to take into serious consideration, this guy's been out almost 10 years. Everything that I mentioned, the business, the paying taxes, community work, YouTube, everything. 9 times out of 10, he's going to get probation. And then if they give him probation, they're going to put him on probation for 5 years. You mess up, you go do 5 years. Which in Kentucky, 5 years is not 5 years. As I mentioned, you get a 5-year sentence. You see the parole board in 10 months. Let's just say they serve you out, or, you know, they don't let you out and they say, come back and see us in 12 months. They have so many programs here that on a 5-year sentence, you can literally make it home in 2 years, 2.5 years. Matter of fact, they kick you out of the door when you got 8-9 months left on your sentence. It's called mandatory release, MRS. So they just send you home. They make you go home. Once again, I don't know how that works in Virginia. Hopefully that won't even be a possibility. Hopefully he beats it. If he doesn't beat it altogether, he'll get probation. You know, praying for the best. But all of these things weighs on you when you're out here. So sometimes, man, when you want to make a YouTube video, that's just not at the top of your priority list. See, let me tell you about YouTube videos. Sometimes, man, I'm not always in the greatest of moods. You have to, in a sense, get into character. Just like an actor, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, you know, any sort of actor, actress, they have to get into character. Same way when you go to work. You may have some things going on at home with your kids, with your spouse, with just financially, whatever. But you can't take that to work. You have to, you know, play your role and be present and pleasant, rather. You can't take that to work. Same thing with YouTube. You don't want to get on here and be all somber and sad and, you know, I got this going on and I got, no. You uplift people that watch your videos. You want to uplift. You have a responsibility. Whether you know it or you don't know it, it's kind of, in a sense, like you're a role model. So there are days that I'm sure he doesn't feel like uploading. He doesn't feel like doing a video. And I'm sure that he's done videos and be like, nah, I'm not going to upload that because my energy's not there. So you have to have that positive energy. I've only been in the game for 6 months, and there's days I don't feel like, you know, recording. But hey, it's your job once you decide to be a YouTuber and you're actually taking it serious, because you have to help others out, and your words of inspiration, especially when you're going through tough times, it's going to inspire somebody. It's going to uplift people. So again, nothing but love and respect for the fact that with what he's going through, he still makes videos. So people will say, well, okay, that's because he's going to make money off the videos. Money's not everything. You still, if you think about his videos, you still have to put out a good product. Every video I've seen, high energy, look like Jay Williams to me. Same Jay Williams, prior to this. So you still have to release that energy. Now, if he was just putting out videos and, the energy was low and he wasn't himself, okay, well, maybe he's just doing it for the money. But no, it's so much deeper than just money. Now, I haven't gotten to the money yet. Money is probably going to come, more than likely. But that's not why I got into the YouTube game, YouTube business. But I'd be lying to you to tell you that, it's not ultimately going to come. Yeah, it probably will. But at the same time, it is what it is at this point. And, you all just have to understand that he's dealing with a whole lot right now. You know how that feels to look at your child and know that you could possibly, in my case, I knew it was definitely going to happen. I was on parole. I got 14 people. Somebody asked me, explain my case, explain, some of my charges or whatnot. I got 14 people twice. Was charged with it wasn't the actual RICO, because in Kentucky they don't have a state RICO, but it's called criminal syndicate, organized crime, when 5 or more people come together to commit illegal activity on a continuous basis. I got 14 people on my case. Out of 14, 11 of them is pointing the finger at me. How am I going to beat that? Never caught me doing anything, but how am I going to beat that? I got 11 people that's willing to get on the stands, all made statements against me. Half of them I never even seen, met, talked to, dealt with a day in my life. They presented my case to the feds. How do I know? Because the detective said it on the stands. At the preliminary hearing, which is just one of the court procedures that you go through when you initially catch your case. My lawyer questioned him, cross-examined him, however you want to put it, and he said that they presented my case to the feds. Fortunately, the feds didn't want it. It was a big counterfeiting case. The big counterfeiting case. Somebody asked me how much money was involved. I don't know how much money was involved. They estimated that it was over $325,000. I don't know. Of actual real money. Not counterfeit money. Actual $325,000 of money that was actually gotten. Retrieved. In my possession. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Only thing I know is there was a very, very, very stressful situation. Whole lot of people exaggerated. Whole lot of people lied. Whole lot of was I guilty of anything? Yeah, I was guilty, but not of what they said I did. But was I guilty? Was I totally innocent in the matter? No. But running a criminal enterprise and organization, was I doing that? Absolutely not. But they made it seem, though. They made it seem as though that's what I was doing. And anytime I try to get bond, the prosecutor would say, Real Kens, he has the ability to raise money quickly. He influences other people. We feel as though he could raise the money, so therefore he would be a flight risk. And the judge bought it as though we on Law and Order or something. I'm like, come on, man. For real? For real? So I just had to sit there for 7-8 months until finally he lowered my bond to $25,000. Whoa. Full cash. Not $25,000, 10%, full cash. So I was able to get out on bond. Wasn't my money. Guess who got me out on my bond? My mom's got me out. Shout out to my mom. She got me out. She brought the cashier's check down. You see what I'm saying? So it's a dirty game that they play. They want you all to believe a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of foolishness that didn't even happen. So he's dealing with that. Anytime his mind is off of the court situation, lo and behold, you look up, oh, I got court next week. Oh, lo and behold, I got court tomorrow. Nothing more disgusting than pulling up to that courthouse and you looking at that courthouse and you like, God, I got to go in here again. You walking through the metal detectors, walking to whatever courtroom, you got to go in, meet your lawyer, and it's like, why and how am I going through this exact same situation again? A lot of you all were talking about how he was when he was in jail and he did an interview and his demeanor. Listen, man, jail is disgusting, especially if you've been there several times. It's just a certain smell when you first walk in and it's you seeing those silly COs walking around and it's just like, wow, I'm here again. No matter how, I don't care if you've been out for 30 years. The moment you go back, you get arrested, it's though you never left. And it's like, man, I cannot believe I am here in this, this situation once again. So I wouldn't have been in the best of moods either. And I'm sure you wouldn't either. Like I said, the majority of the comments that I read, and I don't read all his comments, but the comments that I have read, nothing but love. Nothing but love. But it's always going to be some trolls. It's always going to be some haters. That's just the way of the world. People are always going to hate on you. Some people just hate just to be hating. People's jealous of the success. So just imagine. You successful. You out in the public with your family. Who's going to protect you? Who's going to protect you? Yeah, it's Jay Williams, man. He always online talking about how tough he is. He ain't never said nothing about how tough he was. He just tells prison stories. But it's always going to be people that have something to say. So what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? You got a young child. Have a child that's older. Have a wife. I'm the head of the household. I know I'm not supposed to do this. I know I'm not supposed to do that. But what am I supposed to do? I'm not aiming to hurt anybody. I'm not aiming to do anything to anyone. I don't have a problem with anyone. I'm going to help you before I hurt you. But I have to be able to protect myself and my family. Now, that's not pertaining to Jay Williams per se. I'm just saying just in general. Just as a man, as an adult, as a person, just in general. Because they strip you of all your rights being a felon. You can't vote. Well, I think now you can get your voting rights back. You can never possess a gun unless you get a pardon or unless you get a expungement. And if your record consists of certain charges, you'll never be able to get your record expunged. You want to go rent an apartment, you better find you a private landlord. They're not going to be the best of apartments, best of choices. You want to go to school? Okay, I'm going to go to school and become I'm real good with math. I want to go and become an accountant. Well, I'll never be licensed. I'll never be able to get my license to be an accountant. So there's certain things that you can do, and it's very, very limited. Can't sell real estate. Oh, but you can work at this factory. Certain factories. You can work at this fast food restaurant, flip these burgers, eat fries. You can jump on our lawn crew and come out here and work 13, 14 hours a day from 6 o'clock in the morning until 8, 9 o'clock at night in the summer. Shovel this snow in the winter. Might be able to get on, with the city, jump on the back of the garbage truck or something like that. And I don't knock none of these jobs because a job is a job. A job is you can deliver his pizza. A job is a job. And it's better than going to prison working for $25 a month. But I'm just simply stating those things because those are the type of jobs that they limit you to. Make it very difficult for a felon out here. But hey, it's just what it is. That's just what it is. Deal with it, or you go to prison and deal with their laws and their ways and rules and regulations, and it's 10 times worse for certain people. Some people, they live better in prison. They got all the commissary. They got all the, they cool in prison. Not me. And I'm quite sure Jay Williams doesn't feel that way either. So I say all of that to sum it up and say, The man is dealing with some things on top of just everyday things of life that you just deal with. But yet he still thinks enough of us. Now, I'm not going to say you all, us, me, because I'm a fan, of to still upload his videos. Nothing but love, respect, salute. I appreciate you shouting out Real Kens. I didn't get to see it. If you all seen it, let me know which video it is, because I didn't see it. But I definitely shout out to him. And, you know, praying for you, man. Praying for you. Hope that, believing that everything's going to work out, man. Everything's going to work out, man. Go through trials and tribulations in life. Sometimes we get too comfortable. Sometimes we get too comfortable. And what they taught us I went through a substance abuse program. It's called SAP. And it's one of those programs that if you take it, you have a greater chance of getting out sooner. But Real Kens, you said you don't use drugs. You said you never use drugs. You said you never, you don't even smoke weed. You're a social drinker. I haven't done any of those things, but I still went through the program because, for one, I knew it would get me home. I'm going to keep it all the way real. But for two, it helps your mind think. Like, it helps your thinking as far as your cognitive thinking. Fast money. Risk versus reward. You see what I'm saying? So, no, I didn't actually have that problem as far as with drugs and things of that nature. But I still went through the program because I knew that I could somehow benefit from it. And I initially jumped in the program just to get home sooner. But that 6 months that I went through it was very, very intense. I learned so much. I learned so much by going through that program. And I'm sure, like I said, you know, Jay has a lot going on outside of just his family. You know, he's probably trying to take classes. Anything that he can do to better his situation. Anything he can do to better his situation. So you all continue to rock with him. I rock with him. I know you all rock with him, so I really don't even have to say that because I've seen it. I read the comments. And I just believe, I really believe that through it all, you know, whatever happens, he's going to be straight, man. He's going to be okay, man. He's definitely going to be okay, man. So hopefully I answered your question as far as why I haven't been, you know, making more Jay Williams videos. Like I said, he's home, but at the same time, the love is still here. Love ain't went nowhere. Pause. Nothing but love for you. Everybody else got love for you. So oftentimes people forget, like, it's like, okay, they show you love, you know, when you're going through some things, and then as soon as you come out of it, all the love is gone. Nah, you still need that love and support. You still need, I'm sure that makes him feel great to look online and see all the positive comments and all the people that support him in any sort of way. Any sort of way, man. We got you, man. We got you. I'm going to continue to show support. And I'm going to continue to shout out Jay Williams. And I'm going to continue to, whatever circumstances, I'm riding till the wheels fall off like you all are. I'm just going to be riding, man. Yeah, I mean, Real Kens TV. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share it. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, that post notification anytime I bring you this action and this heat. Guess what? You're amongst the first to receive it. I think I'm going to get in here and, I don't know, I was going to take a nap, but it's 2:30 at this point. Got to be back at 4:30. I don't know, man. I'm hyped. I'm hyped now, man. I may not take a nap. I may just make another video. Who knows? Real Kens TV, man. Till next time.